Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Ckiminaj continues to be on the female rappers' necks. And on top of that, she is calling out a few female rappers' fake stats. So Ckiminaj reposted a tweet that says she had earned the highest grossing European concert of all time, May 28th, 2024, with 2.3 million at the O2 Arena in London as part of the Pink Friday 2 tour. Now, Ckiminaj responded to that and said, could have done a night 2 at the O2 in London, but I had to choose between that or Wireless Fest. I chose Wireless so I could bring the experience to a bigger venue with other fan bases who absolutely deserve to see the city of gag. Also, Pink Friday 2 tour numbers don't include festivals with an emoji. Yikes. So fans are saying that she is shading Púñkść because Púñkść hasn't gone on a world tour. You know, she has headline festivals in different concerts. Currently, she is headlining the EBT Experience, but it's not sold out. And I think the concert is in a few weeks, or I think like in a week and a half. And then on top of that, she is performing at some art museum in Coney Island. Okay, so she hasn't really done her own tour after putting out, you know, her one album. So some fans feel like it's shade towards Púñkść, but it also could be shade towards Megan Thee Stallion, because Megan Thee Stallion also does a good amount of festivals. But she is doing an arena tour, okay? And I don't think her revenue is going to be able to compete with Nicki Minaj's. You know, Nicki Minaj is making way more in revenue when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion. So let me know how y'all feel about that. To be quite honest, I don't think Cardi B really needs to go on tour though. I honestly think that she should just give Titanic whatever money she owes them from her brand deals and just become an influencer. I don't think she necessarily needs to go on tour, in my opinion. Not only that, Nicki Minaj now holds the top 16 highest grossing concerts for a female rapper in history in New York City, Washington, Oakland, Philadelphia, London, Charlotte, Detroit, Brooklyn, Newark, Orlando, Chicago, Dallas, Columbia, Seattle, Las Vegas. Okay? So congratulations to Nicki Minaj on that. Now moving on to JT and Púñkść. So they both had a performance yesterday. Púñkść performed at Coney Island, some art museum / carnival thing. And JT also had a performance in Hawaii. And unfortunately, when Púñkść was performing, it was kind of dead. Okay? Meanwhile, people were actively reciting JT's lyrics, but I could have sworn that Púñkść called JT and the City Girls flops. So as you can see, there is a noticeable difference in the audience. It didn't seem like a lot of people were interested in Púñkśt's performance. But allegedly she did sell out the Coney concert. And she also announced that her album is coming soon.
Who's ready for that album announcement?
Now, why does Púñkść keep wearing these high school slutty skirt and sweater outfits? I don't get it. Why does she keep wearing that? Is that the theme for the next album? She's been wearing the same skirt and sweater for like the past few months. I don't get it. Now, moving on from that, there has been a rumor circulating around the internet that allegedly D0JA is on Megan Thee Stallion's up-and-coming album. Okay, let me know how y'all feel about that. I don't know if I fully believe that. It seems as though Doja Cat pays a lot of the female rappers dust. You know, she don't acknowledge a lot of the female rappers because most of them are petty and catty. Let's just be completely honest. And there's a lot of drama in regards to the female rappers. So I think she tends to keep to herself. And on top of that, they already did a collaboration with Queen Ariana. Okay. The 69 remix. But it would be interesting to see if she would collaborate with Megan or Botchin' Bitter, since she did turn down or remove her verse from the Cowgirl single, which was on Pink Friday 2. Okay? That would show that she don't mess with Nicki Minaj at all, and she fully aligns herself with, Botchin' Bitter and Megan Thee Stallion. I don't feel like Doja Cat would work with Megan Thee Stallion unless Camel Face forced her to. I don't think she would willingly work with Megan Thee Stallion like that. Not saying she don't like Megan, but it just seems as though Doja Cat pays a lot of the female rappers dust. Yeah, she took Ice Spice and Doechii on tour, but she was supposed to work with Doechii. What happened to that collaboration? Dust. Okay? Lizzo said she wanted to work with her. Got paid dust. Nicki Minaj tried to have her on Pink Friday 2. Got paid dust. She just don't mess with a lot of the female rappers, and it's evident. Now, moving on from that, this is the alleged track list for Megan's album. Okay, so they have Dynasty, Link Up featuring Gorilla Glue, Toxic, Your New Favorite featuring Walmart Yonsei and Preggers, Boa 42, Talk featuring Scratch Off, Feels Good featuring Summer Walker, Cobra, Bark and Bite, Red Light featuring Ariana Grande. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Click featuring Botchin' Bitter, and I'm Fine. I can't read the rest of that. Featuring Victoria Monet and Lucky Day. Now, this is a star-studded feature for a track list, but unfortunately I don't believe all of these collaborations. But if she had all of these on her next album, she could easily sell 100K, especially with the Queen Army collaboration. But I don't fully believe that track list, especially when you have Walmart Yonsei and Preggers on there. Like, no shade to Walmart Yonsei, but Megan Thee Stallion don't need to work with them. Let's just be honest. She don't need to work with them. They're flopping right now, and I honestly think Chloe would sound better on a record by herself with Megan than Holly and Chloe being on a record with Megan Thee Stallion. Holly just don't make that type of music. Megan and Chloe make that Poom Poom Shorts type of music. So, that's one of the reasons why I don't fully believe this track list. She already did a song with Lucky Day on Flopazine. And on top of that, that didn't do well. The Lucky Day collaboration that she already has got paid dust. So, again, I don't fully believe this track list. But if she had these type of features, she could easily sell 100K. Easily. All she's missing is Queen B. If she get Queen B, that trumps everything. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on from that, it has been reported by Forbes that Queen Bee's Cowboy Carter is up nearly 100% in sales. They said last tracking period, Cowboy Carter sold 3,600 copies in the U.S. That number is up under 96% from the week prior when it sold 1,873 copies, the following week. Yeah, that's still not that great though. No shade. But it's still number 20 on the top album sales chart. Okay? I'm starting to think that Queen Bee is getting payola. I mean, 3,000 copies, that's it. And why was an article made about that? It seems as though a lot of these publications may be getting paid by Queen Bee's camp to try to make it seem like Cowboy Carter is, more successful than it actually is, okay? The way these publications be putting out these articles, you would have think Queen Bee did like a milli first week. But she didn't, okay, because she's not the chart-obsessed racist. Had she collaborated with the chart-obsessed racist, even though vocally the chart-obsessed racist can't compete, she would have sold a milli first week, or she would have been number one for weeks. Because we know how the chart-obsessed racists get down. She likes to remain number one, but unfortunately, she worked with Purdue Chicken, and that song, Most Wanted, flopped. No shade. Now, moving on from that, it looks like y'all girl, Sabrina Carpenter, is being accused of using payola. It has been reported that Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter once again earns the biggest streaming day on Payola at 12.74 mil. And fans are saying that Payola is automatically playing her music in their playlists. Okay, like if you have a playlist on Payola, they sometimes add, a song that is popular to your playlist. And that helps with the streams. Now, I've experienced that, not necessarily with Espresso, but I've experienced that. That's why I don't use Payola anymore, is because, when I would make a playlist on Payola, they would add songs to my playlist that I wasn't even listening to. Okay. Some artists were flops and some artists were bigger names, so I think it's strategic, so that way the artists that they want to push do well when it comes to streaming. Okay. And Sabrina is the new it girl in pop. I don't see anything wrong with this. If, other artists are getting away with it, why can't Sabrina get away with it? The chart-obsessed racist does this. Doja Cat do it. The Weeknd, Champagne Thickums definitely does it. If other artists can get away with it, why can't Sabrina Carpenter? You know what I'm saying? She's the new hot it girl in the group. Of course, she's going to get some payola. I just think that they should use the payola for Espresso instead of Please, Please, Please. This song ain't as hot as they trying to make it to be. Now, if it was Espresso, it would be more believable. But nobody cares about Please, Please, Please like that. Okay, that song is not as great as Espresso, and y'all know it. So y'all need to put that payola to Espresso, have it go diamond by next year instead of pushing Please, Please, Please. We don't care about Please, Please, Please. Now, moving on from that, there has been rumors going around that allegedly Megan Thee Stallion was supposed to be featured on Normani Still, but unfortunately it didn't make the final cut. I doubt that it didn't make the final cut. Okay, if she would collaborate with Botch and Bitter, who has like 2% of Megan's talent, okay, I definitely think even if the verse was trash, she would keep it on the song, okay? I don't think that she would scrap a Megan Thee Stallion collaboration because, one, Megan is a bigger artist than her, and then two, it may not help Normani chart, but it still will have the Thotties streaming her music because currently the Thotties are not streaming Normani right now. Not all of them. So it definitely would get more streams. So I feel like I don't think Normani would turn down Megan but work with Botch and Bitter, who's less talented. That just doesn't make any logical sense. Even if the verse was trash, I think she would still keep it on there. Because no shade, Gunna, to me, his verse is not that great on 159. If we being completely honest, his verse is mid. Normani could have put out 159 by herself. She didn't need Gunna. But Gunna takes her to a different audience, okay? Especially when it comes to, Gunna's male fan base. So I think she still would have kept it on there even if the verse was trash. Now, moving on to Donkey of the Day, Camila Cabello is getting Donkey of the Day. She decided to be a clout chaser and comment under Normani's post saying putting out a project is vulnerable and hard and you doing it beautifully. Congratulations on your first album and many more to come. Well, Camila Cabello, I don't want to hear a lick from you after you call Normani a monkey. I don't even think Camila Cabello likes Normani. I think that she clout chasing. She's seeing that people are rooting for Normani. She's currently flopping with Bottom Nas X. Nobody's really checking for Camila Cabello. And so I think she's trying to attach herself to another black person in the industry who she don't really mess with, in my opinion. How do you go from calling somebody a monkey and then telling them congratulations on their album? How do you switch off and do that? Okay? I know that you were younger when you said it, but I still think you're racist. I think that you're able to hide it better now. Okay? But I still think that you're racist, and that's why you're collaborating with all these black artists like Bottom Nas X and Playboy Carti, because you want to get on the black community's good side. Okay? You need the black community to chart. Clearly, the white people are not supporting you. So this is a strategic plan. Now, moving on to the future queen of R&B, SZA. It has been reported that SZA becomes the second black woman in history to be honored by the Songwriters Hall of Fame with Hall David Starlight Award. The first black woman was Tracy Chapman. I believe she was the lady that sued Nicki Minaj. So she was the first black woman, and SZA is the second. Congratulations. I'm like, damn, they skipped over a lot of people and they just went to SZA. But SZA is the queen of R&B. Well, the future queen of R&B. She's not there yet, but she is the future queen of R&B. She needs to release the SOS Deluxe, okay? I'm giving her to the end of the year, or she will be receiving Donkey of the Day for that. But I'm going to give her to the end of the year. I'm going to be gracious because I know how RCA the colorist moves. So I'm going to give her to the end of the year. But we need the deluxe. We need another album. You can't have 2 albums and be the queen of R&B. You got to have, more than 2 albums. You got to have a full catalog. Okay, 2 albums ain't gonna cut it, especially when you don't really be doing features like that. So congratulations to the future queen of R&B. You don't have the title yet, but in the future you will if you continue to release hits. So moving on from that, OVO Academics decided to tell the people that Champagne Thickums and his botched BBL is coming with new music. Okay? And I honestly think he's planning on dropping after Kung Fu Kenny's concert, on Juneteenth. I believe that's next week. And so I think that Champagne Thickums is going to try to steal the shine away from Kung Fu Kenny or drop music the same week as Kung Fu Kenny because he's mad that he lost the battle with Kung Fu Kenny and Not Like Us is still a bop. But I don't really want to hear new music from Champagne Thickums. I think he needs to go on hiatus. Like, people don't miss you. No shade. Like, I don't miss you musically. I think you need to go on hiatus for like a year so the people can miss you. Okay? Because we don't miss you right now. Okay? You oversaturated us for years. And then on top of that, you don't even write most of your raps. A reference track comes out every week. What's the point? So you might as well just stick to doing pop and leave rap alone. Now, moving on to Normani's Dopamine has earned 2.8 million streams in his first day on Paolify. How is this possible? Come on, y'all. Y'all can't let Normani flop like this. Y'all can't do that to her. I mean, the album, I gave it like a 6 out of 10. I wasn't completely impressed, but at least I streamed it. Why are y'all not supporting Normani? I don't even want to know what the first week sales are going to be. Okay, if it's less than 50,000, we not talking about that. Okay, we cannot have Normani go out sad. Okay, because if these sales really low, I think RCA the color is definitely gonna drop Normani and shelve her completely, and that's what we do not want. So stream Dopamine, stream Candy Paint, and let's try to get Normani, top 10 on the album chart. Anyway, I got some hot tea on the Chart Obsessed races. Link will be in description on Patreon. And have a great day.